Hey YouTube, hey guys. Back to the pump experiments. This is another experiment I'm doing, and I want to continue this to all my tanks. What I really want to do, and I have to only do it when I'm at home, but what I want to do is I have a pump going, and it's pumping the water out of this tank into this tank. I have a pump going that's pumping the water out of that tank back into this tank. And I'm going to share the water between all 6 tanks. Actually, in this case, all 5 tanks on my top shelf. And just like in video 272, you guys saw I have a piece of cloth on the water exit, and that is basically just gonna hold the dirt. And then when I see it dirty, I'll just replace it and get the dirt out. So basically, all it is just filtering the water through all 5 tanks together. So if this is 10 gallons, it's almost like a 50-gallon tank system all combined together. And simply because this tank gets very cloudy, it's my baby guppy tank, and I can't see, I have to put it right against the glass so it doesn't suck up the baby fish. But that seems to work. You can see I have to drop the water levels a little bit. It's just experiments I'm doing. The length of the tubing is quite long. But once I figure out a way to share all the water between these tanks, makes it a lot better for the fish. I don't have that drastic of a change in my guppy tank water quality. All it is it's basically if a little bit changes, it overflows to another tank and another tank and another tank. So one tank is never really going to get hit really hard if something, if I do a water change or anything like that. It basically makes a lot of sense for me to work on something that will eventually be a system that will share all the water together. I want to build one. Just buying these little pumps, they're like $25 or something like that per pump. So that's what I want to do. Build a system that shares. So this aquarium water goes into this aquarium water goes into this, then it'll be this aquarium water going into this aquarium water going into this, and they'll keep sharing that way. So eventually all of them have the same one water. That's really cool, really useful if you're like me and doing a guppy farm. It's not just one tank that has the same water, it's all the tanks together that have the same water. So yeah, stay tuned, see if this works out for me. It's something I'm trying to do. Eventually I'll push these pumps to the back, shorten the tubing, but for right now that's how I want it. And the original experiment from video 272 is now cleaning up my 20-gallon tank. Now, mind you, it's not as powerful as it was in a 10-gallon tank, but it does stir up that poop at the bottom very softly, and I'll just keep letting it run for a while until it sucks it all up. All right, well, that's the idea. I'm just playing around with some pumps to see if I can get a system going. Once I get that going, I'll be very happy. Everything will finally work in my guppy farm. I really want this to be a really good filtration. Eventually I might do something better, but for now it's a good start. It's just the beginning. As you can see, this water was quite clean. This water was very cloudy, and it still is, and I want them to share it, and I want this to share the burden with all the other tanks, right? So if one water goes cloudy or one water has too much algae or anything like that, it'll just go to all the tanks. All of them will share the load, and I can just put a empty tank on the end with which I can just put new water in, and instead of disturbing the fish, I'll just have, like, let's say this tank at the end that I'll just have water only, or a filtration system. I can put like a sump in here, you know. That way it'll filter it out even further, right? So that's where I'm going. I'm going into having them all share the water and having a sump at the end, one of the ends, eventually. So hopefully it'll work out. Let me know if anyone's done anything like that before. If not, stay tuned. I'll keep working on it and let you guys know how it goes. Thanks very much for watching.